Over the years, Formula One has traveled across the globe to showcase the sport and has attracted a huge fan base from all over. One country, however, has become a bit trickier to crack. That country would be none other than the United States. Thanks to other forms of motor racing like NASCAR and IndyCar, many Americans have opted to take interest in races closer to home, and F1 bosses had realized they needed to do more to tap into what is one of the biggest markets in the world. In 2019, Netflix released a new series titled Formula One: Drive to Survive, a documentary series produced in collaboration with F1 to give a behind-the-scenes look at the drivers and races of the F1 World Championship.
Races already as they file their way through, and Lance Stroll going off the track. Already there is that damage for Lando Norris, that's certainly damage, and a big fire there!
To many outsiders of the sport, F1 can seem a lot simpler than it is. Many people think it's simply just some cars driving around a track and decide to switch off. It's a sport that requires some inside knowledge to properly understand what's going on and why it's so thrilling to millions of us around the world. This is why Drive to Survive can be used as another door into F1, providing people with context and emotion they can latch onto. You don't have to be a car expert to enjoy Formula One, but gaining an understanding on all the variables that can affect a race day can massively sway your opinion on the sport, and of course, everyone enjoys a bit of drama. The series tries to immerse the audience inside the cockpits, the paddock, and the lives of the key players in Formula One. With exclusive access to the world's fastest drivers, team principals, and owners, as well as F1's own management team, this series had everything it needed to give its audience the whole F1 experience. That is the plan for the series, as F1 Managing Director of Commercial Operations, Sean Bratches said. Formula One is a global sport, and we are actively repositioning from a motorsport company to a media and entertainment brand. The agreement with Netflix serves to chronicle that fascinating story of what transpires behind the scenes during a Grand Prix season. This is a perspective of the sport that's yet to be unveiled to fans around the world. The series will unleash a compelling vantage point to the sport that will delight fans and serve as a catalyst to entice new fans. F1 Director of Media Rights Ian Holmes also said, "We are delighted to welcome a Netflix original to Formula One, a brand which has screened so many successful productions. This collaboration represents a new way of capturing our sport in all of its exciting aspects. There is nothing like F1. Its layers of engineering complexity, allied to the enormity of human endeavor required to get through a Grand Prix season. The chance to present our sport through Netflix to their worldwide audience in an original and unique format is something that we are very much looking forward to. This is a tremendous opportunity to showcase F1 and attract new fans to the sport." Through a mix of broadcast footage, recorded interviews, and dashcam angles, the series has taken what, in the US at least, has been seen as a sport for race nerds and reimagined it as a high-stakes clash of big egos, tense power struggles, and stunning betrayals. The producers understood a fundamental truth of American binge watchers: drama is our love language. This has been the brilliance of Drive to Survive, presenting F1 in terms a Real Housewives fan can process. With this representation, this Netflix series has drawn in new fans and audiences for both the series and the sport alike. However, on the flip side, a widespread sentiment has been noticed among the old-time F1 fans. Many believe that the Netflix show is ruining the sport. Netflix has been accused of fabricating and manufacturing rivalries within the sport, as well as race decisions being questioned to keep the excitement building and the season close. For example, McLaren teammates Lando Norris and Danny Ricciardo were seen to be fierce rivals, when in reality, it couldn't be further from the truth.
Hey, I'm Lando Norris.
Hi, I'm Daniel Ricciardo.
Where did that come from?
Even current world champion Max Verstappen opted to pull out of the show for that very reason, as he said, "I watched 2 episodes, but I was not very impressed. It's just not my thing, faking rivalries. Lando and Daniel are 2 great people I know. They have really great characters, and immediately at the 2nd episode, it looks like they're not very friendly to each other. And for me, that's not correct, and that's why I'm also not a part of it." Even though not all old F1 fans share this opinion, the new fans have been really fascinated with the series, especially with the cast and how they're portrayed. This has brought in more recognition for the sport and more funds for the association, as Netflix pays a licensing fee to F1 to air the series. Since the series release, the fastest growing demographic of F1 fans are 18 to 24-year-olds in North America, with a 35% rise in interest. In addition, television figures have been steadily rising in the country, with the 2021 F1 season becoming the most watched ever in the US, averaging 934,000 viewers, a 54% increase from the previous year. The sport also gained an estimated 73 million fans last year in other countries, including Brazil, China, and France. More than 400,000 turned up for this year's US Grand Prix. 1 million more watched the race on TV. Race day ticket sales for the first US Grand Prix held after the series debuted rose 15%. When the series' third season aired in 2021, it only took a few days to become the most watched show, racing ahead of powerhouses like Ginny and Georgia and medical drama New Amsterdam. Whether you're for or against Drive to Survive, you can't deny that Netflix does have a hand in the growth that F1 gained in recent years, and both ventures have gained from the exposure. F1 has also partnered with other brands to help boost their popularity, but in a much different way, like Red Bull, who went from selling energy drinks using F1 to promote their brand, to competing in the sport and winning the World Drivers' Championship 5 times. Click here to find out how, and as always, have a great day.